Hi, friends, and welcome to my podcast. This is a channel where I share my insights. And today I want to talk to you about finding your groove. And I like that word because it's related to dancing and music. There are other ways to describe this state as being in the zone, or finding your stride, or a flow state. And this is where things begin to really change for you, because the state of being is playful. And when you prioritize playfulness, it's a game changer. So stick around. You may be under the impression that you were brought into this world kicking and screaming. That's the image we have of a newborn baby, kicking and screaming. And it feels like you're going to be taken out of this world kicking and screaming. And I want to know what all this kicking and screaming is about. Because it would imply that you have been brought here against your will. Or so it would seem, right? You just didn't have a choice. And when you die, even if you commit suicide, it seems like you just don't have a choice. So we've got a large portion of the world that live with a state of kicking and screaming. You are drug here. You see, we all have that sense. Even those born into privilege, even those born into the perfect family, there is a black sheep feeling to every human being. This is not unique. It's not unique to feel like the black sheep, the weird one, the one who didn't get the brains. So you will live a large portion of your life kicking and screaming. And I want to turn that kicking and screaming into dancing, because it's basically the same thing. There's something fundamental about believing that you have a free will, I know. And that you are drug here against your will. And you love all your things, and you're so happy to be alive, and you're going to resist dying. You have to die. Oh my God, what a drag. You have to be born. What a drag, kicking and screaming. Now you have to live. What a drag, kicking and screaming. And now you got to die. What a drag, kicking and screaming. That's the ego. That's the ego pretending. That's part of you that is pretending that you have a will. You were brought here against such a thing as your free will. And finding your groove is relinquishing that notion. Being hypnotized by what feels like free will. And you have to get into the mechanics of it, that nothing is yours. See, ideas are free. They occur to you. Decisions are free. They occur to you. Your ideas come in a very simple form. They pop into your head. How do you control that? You You see? How do you have a will if you can't even control what comes into your head? Even if you say, I'm not going to think about that, I'm not going to think about that, and then some awful thing comes into your head. Whoops. It just occurred to me. And somehow, we wise up to it. And you get a new perspective. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. This is the character that I am. This is the age I am. This is the family I've been born into. Something about a total acceptance of your circumstances makes you understand that you are in something called the Valley of Love and Delight. There's a Shaker song that says, dance then, wherever you may be. No, 'tis a gift to be simple. 'Tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, it'll be the Valley of Love and Delight. That's called the Goldilocks zone. You know the story of Goldilocks? Papa Bear's bed was too hard, Mama Bear's bed was too soft, and Baby Bear's bed was just right. So the conditions for life on Earth are just right. And the Earth is in some kind of miraculous, perfect distance from the sun. All these miracles for life to form against odds that the universe also conjured up. And we're all blown away by how astronomically improbable life is. Just how mind-blowingly, statistically amazing it is that we were born into the lives that we have. Yet, we have a part of us that says, this ain't right. Papa Bear's bed is too hard. Mama Bear's bed is too soft. Kicking and screaming and kicking, trying to find just the right thing, the Goldilocks zone. Well, there is something called equanimity, the groove, but it has to come when you stop kicking and screaming. That's called resistance. It has to come when you realize there ain't nothing you're controlling. Nothing. That realization sets you free from the prison that keeps people running the universe. Laissez-faire. Let them do it. In architecture, there's something called the golden mean. And it's just a skew of center. And that's where you are, in the place just right. And you've always been in the place just right, and you cannot be taken away from the place just right. It's the valley of love and delight. You have a peak and you have a valley. And you're in the groove. When you're not thinking, when you're not struggling, when you're not kicking and screaming. And here's the funny thing. You're in the groove when you're struggling, when you're efforting, and when you're kicking and screaming. You cannot not be in the groove. The universe has put the earth in something that looks like the Goldilocks zone to the ego. Just right. Wow. Earth is just the planet Earth is just so perfect from the sun, and oh man, amazing. No. And you can sense this hand in glove fit in your own life. You know it. They say if everybody put their problems in a pile, you'd take yours back. Imagine that. You would take your divorce and your disabilities and your struggles and all your difficult relatives, you'd take it all back if you saw what someone else had to deal with. But that's all egoic. That's comparative stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking at a close look at how amazingly linked your circuitous path has always worked out. Because you are in the groove. And this begins when you stop kicking and screaming, complaining and murmuring, and saying things aren't right. You have never slept in Papa's bed. You've never slept in Mama's bed. You've always been in Baby's bed. You've always been in the valley of love and delight. And those people who are kicking and screaming are still struggling with trying to control everything. Those are the control freaks. Perhaps maybe you're watching my channel because you are tired of the struggle. And what we must do is first learn to feel this valley of love and delight in our own bodies. It's local. Very, very local. And it's an intimacy you have. With what? I don't know. You figure that out. With yourself. The golden mean is not equal. If you know anything about architecture, the golden mean is askew. It's just beyond what looks like a peak. And equanimity is or in the groove, or being content, is slightly center of neutral. It's a buzz. It's a lot like when you take you just have a beer, you know? You've had a beer and you feel that warmth inside of you. You're what you call buzzing. There is a state of being that's buzzing, and it's playful. And it comes when you settle down and you get into the pauses and you stop kicking and screaming and fighting, and then things occur to you. Solutions, ideas, and then the playfulness comes. And you realize, I'm never stuck. I'm not in a rut. I've always had an idea, a way to turn around, a way to move in a different direction. Even if things look like they're cutting it close. I was down to my last $10. That was a close call. The whole time, you've been in the Goldilocks zone. You're born in the Goldilocks zone. You live in the Goldilocks zone. And you will die in the Goldilocks zone. You are locked in. And you will shift from kicking and screaming to accepting who you are and living from a sense of contentment and sincere action, thought, word, and deed. People who are content will draw your attention in. And the ego will wonder, well, how can he be so peaceful? How can he be so convincing? It's because being content and chasing the contents of your life are different. Trying to rearrange the contents is not content. Being content despite the contents is what this is about. I want to teach my audience, those of you who watch me, I want to teach fulfillment, contentment, equanimity. These are states of being which are completely independent of bank accounts and jobs and situations. I'm not going to get in on this and tell you how to manifest a situation. I want to teach you how to manifest satisfaction. I want to teach you how to manifest indifference. I want to teach you how to manifest understanding that you are in the Goldilocks zone. Your life is a hand in glove. And one day you're going to realize you'd rather not be any other person. You'd rather not be with any other people. Yes, people will come and go, but the ones that are in your life mean something, even if there's no people right now. Our little thing, or whatever's going on, is meant to be. I'm in the Goldilocks zone just right. And when things are just right, as they are, you're in the golden mean. You're just aware of this sweet spot, this groove that has always been with you, as you, through you. You can never be taken away from the groove, the flow. You've always been in your stride. This kicking and screaming shit, that is nothing but an illusion of the ego that thinks it has a choice. It doesn't. Life narrows down choice. Life narrows down your ideas and your desires and your preferences if you get more local. And stop wanting everything, doing everything, listening to everybody. The valley of love and delight is simple. You just like one or two things. You just want one or two things. Social media does not help. Covetousness does not help. And envy does not help. That's noise. That's not abundance. That's confusion. The valley of love and delight simplifies your life to one or two things. And you enjoy all processes of the situation and the contents. You're content with the contents, always as they were meant to be. The ego will not accept that the circumstances are meant to be and that what you're doing is meant to be. The ego cannot understand the golden mean, the valley of love and delight, simplicity, equanimity, contentment. You don't really have to find your groove. You're in it. My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed these insights. Please check out my blog, mymorningmotivator.com, and thank you.